So I'm recording this while I'm still feeling a little under the weather because I want to get this out. But also, I think that recording this under the weather will help me not be so spicy. All right, so I played this cozy game that I heard a lot of hype about, and I did not like it. Here's why I'm frustrated with the game at its core. At its core, I'm frustrated with this game because it was promised to be one thing, and it did not deliver on its promise. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, I got a lot of the hype from cozy gamers and cozy YouTubers and stuff, so I don't blame them for the misrepresentation of this game. So in this review, I am going after the description on the Steam game page. What the description on the game page says and what the game actually is. When I first played this game, my initial knee-jerk reaction was, this is cozy slop. I've calmed down that opinion. I'm not so intense about it right now. Okay, but when I was playing this game, it made me feel some really strong negative feelings. On the negative side, let me just get this out of the way. This game made me identify what I don't like in cozy games. It just really solidified for me what I do not appreciate in the cozy gaming genre. So cozy gaming is this really, honestly, a really big umbrella genre now, and there's lots of different parts and different types of games in the genre. And this game, Hosey, helped me identify what kinds of games are not for me. Mostly in the way that it didn't deliver on its promises on the game page, the Steam description on its page. Okay? A positive take of this is that it really helped me identify what I love in all kinds of games. Not just cozy games, but especially cozy games. In all games. Hosey was pitched to me as I interpret it from the game page, from reviews, from gamers online, playing it. It was pitched as being this cozy cleaning and decorating sim focusing on creativity of decorating options and satisfying nature of cleaning. Great. Right out of the gate, I have to say, those kinds of games I don't like, and you'll see why. As I get into my review of Hosey, you'll see why that kind of game isn't for me. Now, I'm going to break down the game description paragraph by paragraph as it is in Steam. Okay, so quote, after things don't quite work out in the big city, you return to your small hometown. Once lively, it now feels a little faded and forgotten. In that stillness, you discover something unexpected, a new passion. Room by room, space by space, you clean, paint, and gently restore the sense of community that once filled these streets. Unquote. The problem is, none of that is really communicated in the game. There's like 2 sentences after you play the first level about you coming home. But that's after you've set up your apartment. None of this is communicated in game well at all. Like a new passion, that's not ever stated. The faded and forgotten aspect of the hometown is not there at all. Nothing looks run down. It's literally covered in white sheets. How is that like a faded and forgotten hometown? That's just like, it feels like a dollhouse. And this description is more like you're stepping into one of those Fixer Upper episodes or something. it's not, it feels very disingenuous to what you actually are doing in the game. Okay. All right, moving on. Next paragraph. This is where I really get spicy. I really get upset. Okay, next paragraph says, quote, Hosey is about slowing down. There are no timers, no scores, penalties, and absolutely no stress or pressure. Just you, your tools, and the simple joy of making spaces beautiful again. Whether you're wiping windows, repainting walls, or finding the perfect spot for a sofa, everything is designed to keep you in a calm, satisfying flow, unquote. This to me was upsetting. Like, they're like, it's just cozy, just shut up and play. Like, that, okay, that was my interpretation. It's okay if you don't interpret it that way, but like, no timer, scores, penalties, and no stress also has no, like, purpose. This also bothered me. It was like, we have no, like, stress, so everything's, you just have your tools and yourself, but there's also no instructions. The first level on, like, as graffiti on the wall has most of the instructions, not all of them. But you can't find that ever again. I've played other games where you go into like the settings or the options menu and you can see instructions or like the keys and what they mean and all these things, and you can see all that. That doesn't exist here because we have no stress. I'm like, it's so pared down. It's like too pared down. So much for having no stress. Oh my goodness. The game feels overly focused on being a satisfying sandbox game that it forgot to give the player any purpose or meaning. And that's where I kind of like lost it. Like, there's no point. There's no purpose. Let me continue, because that's just where this game really started to lose me, okay? Third paragraph on the Steam game page says this, I quote, Wrap yourself in a cozy atmosphere where every small action and detail matters. Open a window, let the wind play with the floating dust and bring nature sounds closer. Light candles, arrange books on shelves, paint a portrait on the wall, or switch on a projector. Everything you touch and every choice you make delivers a sense of satisfaction and a gentle aha moment, end quote. Which sounds nice, except that isn't true. You can play this game and complete every level, revitalizing the space for an unnamed character. That's right, unnamed, in your hometown. You don't even know anybody's name, apparently. You're not even named. You can do it all without doing any of these things, and you'll still be fine. When there are no stakes, there's no purpose, and the game feels pointless. Also, this paragraph is wildly misleading in making you think you can interact in such fine detail with every object in the game, when that's not actually the case. I tried several times to be more detailed in specifically placement and decorating, and nearly every time where I really tried to like get things in a specific place, it broke the physics of the game and it would freeze or glitch. And like as soon as I changed direction, it was like layered on top. Like the shoes would be on top of each other instead of next to each other, when it looked like they were next to each other from one angle, and then you turn and I'm like, why would that even be an option? When you're creating a satisfying like sim or something that's supposed to be really calming, as soon as that is broken in any way, it ruins all of it. It's like, it's not just like this one tiny aspect that's frustrating. It kind of ruins everything. Okay. Calm down. All right, back to the Steam game page. Quote, Hosey features 9 unique locations to explore and restore. Each space is filled with its residents' personal stories, as well as unique objects and small details that make up every room feel lived in. What is that sentence? Okay, sorry. Begin your journey in your parents' home. Step into an artist workshop, then visit an old cafe full of memories. Explore dreamlike spaces and help fulfill your father's long-held dream of a peaceful place by the sea." Unquote. Okay, if only there was a way to convey any of this through the game. Okay, first, what do they mean that the first level is in my family home? The player is never told who they are or where they are, only vague one-liners about the people in place after you've finished the level. Second, there isn't an old cafe. There is no level with an old cafe full of memories like this paragraph says. In the game, it's an old apothecary shop you're helping convert into a new cafe. At this point, I'm like reading the game page like, are we even looking at the same game? Did the person writing the game description even play the game? What is happening? All right, we're gonna keep going. Quote, "Skip the endless catalog overwhelm. Hosie offers a carefully curated selection of furniture and decor for each level that will work well together. Place items freely, rotate and arrange them however you like. There is not right or wrong, and no room is ever the same. Use the tools at your disposal wisely, and you'll create spaces worthy of an interior design magazine." Okay, I'm going to skip the part I already talked about when you have no rules and no stakes, nothing matters, and there's no purpose or point. Okay, let's talk about the style worthy of an interior design magazine instead. Every style in every room is the same. It's all eclectic because every client is essentially the same person at a different stage of life. They're all artists of one variety over another. So every design style is the quirky artist, which apparently is code for it's okay if there's no cohesiveness here. They're artistic. There are no rules. This paragraph also ignores the one level that isn't a real building in your hometown, apparently. It's not a real building at all, but some weird acid trip with Alice in Wonderland dimensional problems, in which every piece of furniture is pulled from previous levels in an ultimate version of it's weird and nonsensical, so it doesn't have to be cohesive. What about this is supposed to be satisfying and cozy? Like, that's when, like, this game is trying to pitch a story of, like, revitalization of a hometown, and it just, like, it's gone. It's completely gone. And I'm like, okay, if you wanted to just make a satisfying sim where it wasn't connected, fine, do that. This was the cherry on top of frustration for me. This like bullet points at the end of the Steam game page. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna break each bullet point down. So first bullet point says, a variety of spaces to restore and furnish at your own pace with no limits. My counter to that, see previous point about limits giving purpose and value. The second bullet point says, a wide range of cleaning and renovation tools to use like a mop, squeegee, crowbar, and more. My counter bullet point, I'll tell you the amazing more. A paint roller, a trash can, and a broom, making it a wide range of 6 tools. Whee! Just put them all there. What's the big deal? Don't make it this like mystery. That's not the point. Their third bullet point. Deeply satisfying physics-based cleaning gameplay. That is a very difficult not sentence, first of all. Second of all, 1990s Pixar had more satisfying physics than this because they worked. Again, the physics broke from time to time and didn't make sense at all. That breaks the satisfying part of them. Like, I knew what they were going for, but it was like, close enough. They won't be able to tell. It's cozy. Moving on, next bullet point. Carefully curated furniture and decor designed to always look great together. That's not how that's not how it works. Okay? I got a little snarky with my reply to this, to be fair. Ah, yes, the disco ball lamp looked great with the leather armchair and the garden gnomes. Not even kidding. Those were in a level together. But it's cohesive because it's eclectic and artistic and quirky, and you can just... Next bullet point. Endlessly replayable, driven by freedom of creativity and tiny details. Problem. It's only 9 small rooms. Only one is decently large with like different portions of it. You already said you limited the furniture options to not be overwhelming. You only have 3 really terrible paint options for the room, and there's no choice in tile colors or wallpaper. And how dare you make me cover that beautiful brick? My creativity is severely limited in this game, and the physics were so frustrating. Why would I put myself through this again? Again, I got a little spicy with this review, and that's why I'm reading it now while I'm sick, so I'm not... This is me not being as spicy. Like, I'm sorry. I wanted to like this game. Let me finish this. A versatile photo mode with filters and advanced camera controls. The aspect of like taking pictures and sharing them, because like why else would you take pictures? Like why would I save a picture of a room that doesn't exist? Like, so the concept of like taking a picture and sharing with other people, doesn't that introduce stress and pressure and social scores and showing off with other people? Last bullet point. Original charming soundtrack by the composer of Stray and Seasons After Fall. I haven't played those games, but to say this, the music was fine. The music was pretty nice. I had no problems with the music. The music was great. Okay. All right. First, that Steam description was wild. Second, I wanted to like this game so bad, and I didn't. Part of my frustration. Next, I don't know what order I'm in. Next, the game maybe had 2 hours of gameplay. Next. Story elements were promised in this description and are non-existent. That's maddening to me. Okay? That's a personal preference, and I understand that. Okay? That's my opinion. I think the most egregious thing is that this game is $15. $15 for 2 hours of okay gameplay. It's pretty. Like, the lighting, the atmospheric stuff of like the leaves blowing and opening the windows and like the dust thing that was talking about, that was nice. It was pretty, but like, that's it. Like, oh man, this is why, like, at the end of it, I felt like, I'm like, this feels like, in a nicer way, let me say, this feels more like a jumping on the bandwagon kind of a game. It also feels very artistic, but again, it's not cohesive enough, and the story there's enough story to be frustrating, and there's not enough story to explain anything. My main problem is that there is enough story to be frustrating, not enough story to tell me anything. So like, there are these characters who you're, helping with their space. Great. They're not named. They have no input on what you're doing, which feels weird when you're going in and remodeling and redoing someone's home where they live, and you just do it all for them without any input and any, like, that feels a little cringy to me. First. Second, they don't get names. They overemphasize the atmosphere and detail on the level, but the game overall is super lacking in detail and specificity and those kinds of things. So that felt really disjointed. Again, there's a lack of cohesiveness. And then it's $15. Too much for what's offered here. Like, there are much, I'm gonna say this very gently, there are better games, more cohesive. There are more cohesive games with cute, satisfying gameplay and story that are not $15, that are less than $15, that are more than 2 hours of gameplay, that are less than $15. I'm done. I've said my piece. I'm sorry. I played this game because I was like, oh, this looks fun and I want to like talk about it. And I had nothing nice. I had very few nice things to say about it. The music was nice, and it was it looked pretty. Like the levels and the lighting, the cafe level and the light coming through the trees and stuff, that was pretty. I promise next time I'll have a review with nice things to say. I'm so sorry. Hosey, like, devs, if you like see this, I'm like a teeny tiny channel, so probably not. But if you do see this, you made a game you liked. And I think that's really what I take away from this, is that like, cleaning simulators and decorating sims and stuff are not my type of game. Like, and that's fine. If you played this game and you liked it, great. I'm so sorry I bashed your game. Like, enjoy what you like. I need more story. That's my biggest takeaway. I need more story in a game, and this game doesn't have enough story for me. I mean, that's kind of the biggest deal. But anyways, again, I promise next time I'll have a review where I say nice things. Okay, bye-bye.